Hi guys, welcome to another video. Hope you're all keeping well. Now, I'd just like to continue on from my previous video in terms of showing off some of the horror movies in my collection, which I haven't yet touched upon. So, without further ado, let's just get straight into it. By the way, these are all going to be DVDs, yeah. Okay, so the first one I'd like to show you is a movie I bought quite a few years ago when I first got me multi-region player, and that is a movie called Headhunter. Yeah, fantastic cover there, guys. Yeah. I had to send off to America for this and that, so I was really excited when I got my first multi-region play in that, because I've seen all these American movies and that, I thought, God, I wish I could get them in the UK. So, as I say, this was when I first got me multi-region player. This was, well, basically the first movie I got, really, yeah. If you're not familiar with the movie, I'll just give you a brief outline of the story. Yeah, the best way to get ahead in business is to keep your own. Ambitious young go-getter Ben Caruso signs on with sexy corporate headhunter Sarah Tierney, who immediately finds him a new job with great pay and only one drawback: it's the graveyard shift. No, not a problem. Ben accepts the job, as well as Sarah's sexual advances. Professional reasons aside, this is one line Ben should never have crossed. He quickly learns that his co-workers are actually the tormented souls of Sarah's previous conquests, and that his real job is to find a missing head or lose his own. So yeah, guys, great horror movie set in an office and that late at night. Yeah, thoroughly enjoyed it. Yeah, it's got a couple of special features there, guys, if you want to freeze your cameras and take those in. Yeah, it's quite a rare movie, this Headhunter. Not many. I don't think many people have heard of it and that, yeah. Yeah, so it was this is 2006 release, yeah, widescreen, 90 minutes, yeah. So that's the first of the batch, Headhunter. Next DVD up is a great documentary here by the late great Christopher Lee, In Search of Dracula. Now, I saw this on the television in the 70s and that, it's basically Christopher Lee, like, as you know, he portrayed Dracula quite a few times and that, yeah. He's done a documentary where the cameras travel to the Carpathian Mountains in Transylvania, to the castle fortress of the 15th century prince Vlad Dracula. Yeah, so basically Christopher Lee, as he's narrating this documentary, he explores the vampire folklore still extant in the region, showing contemporary exorcism rites for the undead, and hideous footage of actual vampire bats gorging themselves, yeah, laced with shocking surprises. This film is a must-see for all devotees of the monstrous Count Vlad. Christopher Lee's really on the money in this, narrating with his wonderful voice and that, yeah, wonderful deep voice and that, yeah, and he's really on the money in this, as I say, in that, yeah, it's not all that many. Well, is there any special features on it at all? No. This was made in 1975, 82 minutes long. There you go, guys, just a quick look at the back, yeah. So that is In Search of Dracula. Next DVD up I'll show you is The Grudge. Yeah, great. This is the American, the what's the name? It's based on the famous Japanese legend of the Ju-on, a curse generated by someone who dies in the grip of powerful anger. Yeah, this is the what's the name movie. This is the one that stars the Buffy icon Sarah Michelle Gellar. Yeah, and it's got loads of special features on here, guys, if you want to freeze your cameras and take those in. Yeah, I'm hoping to get the Bluray this and all the other Grudge movies I've gotten that. Very, very good supernatural movie, yeah. As I say, based on the famous Japanese legend of the Ju-on, which is a curse generated by someone who dies in the grip of a powerful anger, yeah. And Sarah Michelle Gellar is really on the money in this, as the main protagonist, yeah. So that is The Grudge, yeah. Yeah, fantastic movie, as I say, yeah. Yeah, there you go, that's The Grudge. Next one up is The Grudge 2. Again, yeah, very, very good gripping movie. Not quite as good as the first one, I must admit, but are they ever? Very, very rarely the sequel lives up to the first one, yeah, but still a very, very enjoyable movie in that, yeah. I don't want to go on too much about it in case you haven't seen it. Yeah, but it's basically about the cast and crew of a paranormal TV show on location at the notorious Ju-on house, where they immediately get the chills and the eerie feeling that something or somebody is watching them. And of course, all hell breaks loose in that in terms of supernatural occurrences. Yeah, but don't want to go on too much about it if you haven't seen the movie. Yeah, it's got over 2.5 hours of special features there, guys, if you want to have a deco with them. So that is the Grudge 2. Now, I've got the Grudge 3 here as well, from Ghost House Pictures. Again, very, very good horror movie based on the Japanese legend and that. Not quite as good as the first one, but still pretty enjoyable for all that, you know. Yeah. So Kayaka and Toshio's case continues by haunting the Grudge 2's only survivor, Jake, played by Matthew Nice, who is now confined to a psychiatric hospital after his family's alleged suicide. As Jake's caseworker, Dr. Sullivan, investigates his Chicago home, the case continues to claim more victims. Yeah, and you've got a couple of special features there, guys, if you want to take those in there. Yeah, so that is the Grudge 3. Let's say I hope to get the Blu-ray editions of those. Yeah, I've seen fantastic box set online. It's quite expensive and that. It's got a big picture on the front of Sarah Michelle Gellar, and it's got all 3 Grudge movies in, but it's in foreign, but it's very, very expensive. I thought, I wish you'd do a release of that over here and that, but you never know. Fingers crossed. Yeah, but a beautiful looking box set. Yeah, I think it's a German or French edition. Yeah. But anyway, on to the next movie. Anthony Perkins plays a Dr. Jekyll kind of role here, and that is Edge of Sanity. Very, very dark movie and that, and a good take on the Jekyll and Hyde story. Yeah. Anthony Perkins, as always, is really on the money, you know, in this film and that, you know. I'll just show you the back there. Yeah, so that is Edge of Sanity from 1988. Another Anthony Perkins movie here. Daughter of Darkness, again, great Anthony Perkins movie and that, you know. Yeah, quite with a supernatural stance on it and that, you know. Yeah, dark visions, bizarre vignettes. For Kathy Stevens, these are more than just recurring dreams. They're believed to have hidden some meaning that will shed light on the truth about her father, the man she has never met. Disappearing without a trace, the only token he left behind was a mysterious pendant of a gold dragon set in a cross. Determined to find answers, Kathy sets out to Romania, where her parents met 30 years ago. But following her dreams is about to become her worst nightmare. So there you go, guys. That's one of Anthony Perkins' last movies. That is Daughter of Darkness. Yeah. Next one up is... I love this movie. Real good creature feature movie, and that is The Deadly Spawn. Yeah, I hope to get this on Blu-ray soon. Yeah, fantastic creature feature movie. Yeah, and this is a good release by Arrow Video. Yeah, something awful is coming, hurtling through the void, and a meteor that's on a collision course with the Earth. But what terrifying entry in the annals of horror will be unleashed when the sinister intergalactic payload smashes into our planet's answer? The Deadly Spawn. So yeah, guys, if you like a good creature feature movie involving in a style of like Day of the Triffids, you know, carnivorous plants, you know, malevolent plants, yeah, I highly recommend that you get yourself a copy of Deadly Spawn. Fantastic movie, and as I say, I hope to upgrade eventually to the Blu-ray release. Yeah, there you go, Deadly Spawn. Next one up is Peter Cushing movie, Blood Beast Terror. This has got a sort of like it's sort of like to do with like a giant moth and that, you know. But I don't want to go into too much about it, in case you haven't seen the movie. But I'll just give you an outline of the story anyway. Yeah, Peter Cushing stars in the spine-chilling 1968 British horror classic. 6 young men have been brutally murdered, their throats torn to ribbons and drained of all blood. The sole witness has been consigned to a lunatic asylum, raving about something terrible with gigantic wings. Yeah, good movie, but not one of my favourite Peter Cushing movies, I must admit, and that, you know, but still pretty enjoyable for all that, you know. Yeah, and you've got some commentary there by Jonathan Rigby, who absolutely knows his stuff. Yeah, I've got his books, the Gothic horror, American Gothic. Yeah, oh yeah, you know, he's very, very omniscient when it comes to talking about horror movies and that. Yeah. So there you go. That is Peter Cushing in The Blood Beast Terror from 1968. Next one up is Ed Gein, Now, this is based on the American serial killer from the 50s, which I've heard that Robert Bloch, when he wrote Psycho, loosely based the character of Norman Bates on Ed Gein. Yeah, yeah. Or very, very horrific true crime story, you know, yeah. One of the worst crimes ever recorded, yeah. Ed Gein was raised with a mix of strict discipline and daily Bible readings, and he's no stranger to the concept of sin and the repercussions for those who indulge in the weakness of the flesh. Yeah, oh yeah, it's a very, very, I don't want to go on too much about it in case you haven't seen it yet, but it's a very, very good adaptation of the true case of Ed Gein, you know, yeah. So there you go, that is Ed Gein from 2000. Next one up is The Howling 4, yeah. Good movie, yeah, enjoyable. Not as good as the original Howling, and that was the best one in my opinion, yeah. So this is just this was made in 2001. Stars Romy Windsor, Michael Wise, and Anthony Hamilton. Yeah, haunted by a series of unnatural happenings, a young and beautiful writer, Marie Adams, heads for the sanctuary of a ritual hideout in a desperate bid to regain her sanity, only to find the horror far more deadly than her own deranged imaginings. So yeah, guys, if you like the Howling franchise, that might be a good pickup for you to get. Howling 5, yeah, there you go. Next one is, I can't remember too much about this movie because it's a few years since I've seen it, but it stars Rebecca De Mornay and Mr. Barton, and that is Apartment 1303. Yeah, as I say, I don't remember too much about it because it's a couple of years since I've watched it, but I'll read the back anyway to sort of like refresh both my memory and your memories as well, yeah. Yeah, so while celebrating with friends in her apartment, Janet commits suicide by jumping off the balcony. Her mother, Rebecca De Mornay, goes insane with grief while her sister, Laura, starts investigating her death. Now she discovers the tragic story of the first tenants, revealing the terrible truth behind what happens in Apartment 1303. So yeah, guys, that is Apartment 1303, starring Rebecca De Mornay. Yeah, I'll have to give this one another watch. Yeah, as I say, it's ages since I watched it and I don't remember it. Yeah, so there you go, Apartment 1303. Next one up is, oh yeah, Robert Englund movie, remake of the Herschel Gordon Lewis movie, 2001 Maniacs. It's a good version, yeah, but I do prefer the original Herschel Gordon Lewis one from the 60s and that, yeah. Robert Englund's really on the money in this though, playing the villain and that, you know, yeah. Yeah, it's about the 4 college students who follow a bogus detour sign and end up in the town of Pleasant Valley, whose residents are preparing for the annual Guts and Glory Jubilee. Now, as soon as the Confederate knife fodder arrive, they are declared guests of honour by the one-eyed Mayor Buckham, played by everybody's favourite sadist, Robert Freddy Krueger Englund. Yeah, Eli Roth, yeah, producer of Cabin Fever and Hostel. Yeah, so there you go. That is 2001 Maniacs, and that is from 2004. Next one up is an Amityville horror movie starring Meg Ryan, and that is Amityville 3. Quite a good movie in that, you know. I must admit, a lot of these Amityville horror movies are a bit of a hit and miss for me. There's been a real lot of trashy ones, and there's been the odd good one. Now, in regard to the very first Amityville horror movie in 1979, I was one of the ones that didn't care too much for that. It was very, very slow burn. I mean, I know a lot of horror fans like it, but then again, a lot of fans hate it. I preferred the remake, you know, that was made in the noughties, yeah. This isn't a bad movie, like, you know, yeah, pretty enjoyable, yeah. So that's why I've kept it in my collection. So that was Amityville 3, and just looking at the year, yeah, 1983, Amityville 3. Next one up, guys, is a werewolf movie called Cursed. This is from Frank Master Wes Craven. Yeah, he brings you the terror of werewolves and a cast of today's hottest young stars. Yeah, they find themselves caught up in an unimaginable horror. A werewolf loose in Los Angeles, yeah. Not a bad werewolf movie, yeah. Got some good special effects in that, yeah. The werewolves are quite creepy and menacing in that, you know. Just got a couple of special features there, guys. Yeah, so not a bad movie, Cursed, yeah. Hope to get the Blu-ray of it eventually, yeah. So, yeah, so there you go. That's Wes Craven's Cursed. Yeah, as I say, it's not a bad werewolf movie. Last but by no means least is House of a Thousand Corpses. Yeah, well, what can I say about this movie? Huge favourites among many horror fans, and that Captain Spaulding is one of the most menacing, terrifying characters in the horror genre. You know, yeah, played by Sid Haig, the late great Sid Haig. Yeah, made many good horror movies and that. You know, one of my favourites of his is Spider Baby. Yeah. But anyway, getting back to this one. Yeah, this is a good movie. This, yeah, it really is. Yeah. It's a twisted slice of bloodsoaked cinema from cult director Rob Zombie. Harks back to a golden age of when horror really meant horror, and the guarantee of cinematic shocks was more of a threat than a promise. Yeah, very good movie. As I say, House of 1,000 Corpses. Yeah, I've got the sequel to it as well on Blu-ray, but I haven't seen the third one that released a couple of years ago. Sid Haig, like, he made just before he died, and that, you know, I've got to check that one out. But this is a very good movie, The House of 1,000 Corpses. Yeah. Okay, guys. Well, that's about completes me this video. You know, talking about more of the films from the horror collection. Hope to be doing another one soon. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'd love to see your horror collections and that, you know, yeah. And have you seen any of these movies? Please feel free to comment, share, subscribe. Really love making these videos about my horror collection and that, yeah. Okay, guys, so as I say, I'll be doing another one pretty soon. So, yeah, all going well. I shall see you all in the next video. Stay safe now.